Last week, after a wild push from Musgrave Roadhouse, we finally rolled into Karumba, perched right on the edge of the Gulf of Carpentaria. Getting here was anything but straightforward. Road closures, washed out tracks, and the struggle of where to camp kept us guessing, but the rewards were worth it, from incredible wildlife encounters to the thrill of crossing some of the Cape's mighty rivers. Now, after a few days of much needed rest, it's time to turn the wheels south. Our mission is to make it all the way to the Snowy Mountains before the last of the snow disappears. Over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be carving our way down through Outback Queensland and into New South Wales. Along the way, we'll stop at some iconic destinations that we've never set foot on before, while also taking the roads less travelled, the kind of tracks that lead to places that few ever see. Along the way, we're going to run into some hurdles that threaten to stall our progress, forcing us to rely on our ingenuity and best problem-solving skills just to keep everything moving. Can you go see the dinosaurs? Do all the dinosaur stuff. Day one, and it's a long one. Hours behind the wheel, chewing through the kilometres on a road that barely changes. Flat, dry, and featureless, the kind of landscape that makes you question if you're moving at all. But eventually, we roll into Julia Creek, and we're rewarded with one of the best free camps we've seen in a long time. Right on the edge of town, it's nice and quiet and clean, and it's just what we need after a long day on the road.
Just on the last little bit, like when we stopped to pull over, we had a afternoon tea break on the side of the road, and then just coming in here, we just noticed that the Caravan, the tow bar, is just a bit jerky. Anyway, Simon's just had a look at it, and one of the bolts is quite loose.
That explains why everything was moving around so much.
Is that a fix on the road job?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But it's a lucky you found it now type situation, because otherwise the whole trailer comes off.
What is it, Dad?
The nut. Oh, I've got loose nuts, James. I mean, my nuts come loose. That's all dirty, dude.
So lucky you picked that up, because that's a you don't want that. You don't want that. That's your Caravan coming off your car.
Thankfully, this one's a pretty simple fix, but it's a little scary to think how easily this could have been a whole lot worse. Day 2 takes us deeper into Outback Queensland as we make our way into Winton. It's a small town with a big place in Australia's history. It's known as the dinosaur capital of Australia and is home to some of the most significant fossil discoveries not only in the country but in the world. Just outside of town sits the Australian Age of Dinosaurs Museum. Perched high on a mesa overlooking the plains, it's here that some of Australia's largest dinosaur fossils have been unearthed. And the museum brings those discoveries to life in a way that's both world-class and uniquely outback. All right, here we are. We are at the Age of Dinosaurs. Do it, eh?
Yeah, let's go check it out. The kids are super excited. They're like, there's this famous graph, and I'm sure you've all seen it. It's like when you know the most about dinosaurs, and it's like number 1 when you're 7 years old, and number 2 is when you're the parent of a 7-year-old, and number 3 is like this tiny little bit. It's like when you're a qualified paleontologist. So these two reckon they're not going to learn anything because they already know it all. But we'll check back in at the end and see what it's like taking kids to the Dinosaur Museum.
Do you like being on camera, James?
Are you excited for the Dinosaur Museum, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's go check it out.
Let's go see what we can find. The Australian Age of Dinosaurs Museum isn't just for kids. It's a world-class exhibit that captures the imaginations of all ages. The museum holds the world's largest collection of Australian dinosaur fossils, including some of the most famous discoveries like Banjo and Matilda. There are a few different passes available depending on how much you want to see, but take our advice and book ahead. When we visited in August, spots were limited and tours were filling fast. What do you think of the fossil lab, Harrison?
I think it was really good, and I would highly recommend it for anyone who had kids.
What did you learn? What was your top thing that you learned in there?
Mostly how to tell the difference between a fossil and a rock.
Well, that's handy info.
Yeah.
Do you reckon you'd have a crack at that fossil excavation?
Yeah.
You'd love it, eh? So we learn all about there, about how they go out and find all the fossils around here, how they prepare them to bring them back here, and then how they treat them once they're here. Amazing stuff they've found. I thought the most interesting thing was it's not just fossilised bones, there's a heap of other stuff that they get fossilised, including, interestingly, the gut content of some of the species that they've found, including ancient crocodile species and some of the dinosaurs. So that's how they can learn about what they're feeding on, what they're eating. They know a lot more about it than you realise when it comes to how the dinosaurs lived. And this is all from 95 million years ago, this whole region. So pretty amazing stuff, and all just like a metre below the surface in some of the paddocks out here. It's just wild. If you're planning to explore everything on offer, from the fossil preparation laboratory to the collection room and Dinosaur Canyon, allow a full day. It's a big experience, and rushing it would mean missing out on the details that make this place so special. Transport between the exhibits is included, and if your kids are anything like ours, just riding the shuttle across the mesa will be one of the highlights of the day. For us, the standout was the March of the Titanosaurs exhibit. Walking alongside the preserved footprints of these giants, you get a real sense of scale, not just of the dinosaurs themselves, but of the behaviours and interactions of these prehistoric giants. By the end of the day, we were all ready for a quiet night at camp. We'd based ourselves at another ripper little spot just a couple of k's out of Winton. It's popular with travellers, but there's plenty of space to spread out and find your own patch. After a long drive and a big day exploring, it was the perfect place to wind down, cook up a feed, and let the dust settle, ready for another day of exploring. Dopey.
Good morning. All right, so we left Winton this morning, grabbed some milk, topped up on some groceries. It's pretty expensive, but it's a small town, so you get that. Topped up on fuel, and now we're headed out to Lark Conservation Trackways, which is where the other attraction that you get with the family pass for the dinosaurs are. So we're going to go check out what's here. It's 110 k's out of Winton on a dirt road.
Well, not really.
How would you describe it?
It's 110 k's, but about, I think a kid just fell out of the car, 30 k's of dirt, roughly. Yeah, it's a fair hike out here. You wouldn't. We're gonna keep going south from here, so it's on the south side of Winton. So it's not too bad for us, but yeah, it's a fair way out of town. I think this is called the Dinosaur Stampede, I think is what we're gonna go and see. But anyway, let's stop talking about it and go and look at it. About 110 kilometres southwest of Winton, in the middle of the Queensland outback, sits a giant shed that protects something truly extraordinary.
5 million years ago, the Winton region was a freshwater floodplain. This area was once covered in dense vegetation.
The world's only known evidence of a dinosaur stampede. Inside, more than 3,000 fossilised footprints are preserved in the rock, frozen in time for almost 95 million years. Our guide brought the story to life, explaining how the trackways were first discovered in the 1970s and the decades of effort that went into protecting them from the harsh outback elements. From the footprints, scientists have pieced together a dramatic scene. Herds of small two-legged dinosaurs scattering in panic as a larger predator gave chase across the mudflats. Compared to the busy museum in town, Lark Quarry feels far more remote and intimate. Being a little further out, it's quieter, giving you the chance to really take in the significance of what you're looking at. A prehistoric drama etched into stone, hidden away in the outback.
I think what I found the most interesting was how they were able to figure out what dinosaur made what footprints. So there was 3 different dinosaurs, 2 meat eaters, 1 plant eater, and the velociraptor. The other 2 I don't know the names of, but then the other plant eater was the second biggest, and then they had other meat eaters that were like the size of a chicken to a rooster, probably.
That was very, very interesting. I found that absolutely fascinating and really had to take some time to remind yourself of what it is you're actually looking at. Very easy to just look at the rocks and see the footprints, but reminding yourself that they're preserved footprints from almost 100 million years ago and of prehistoric creatures that are now extinct. It's just one of those ones, it's just that mind-blowing. You've really got to remind yourself of what it is you're looking at. Just absolutely incredible. And they're confident, based on what they've found and how it is, that there's potentially tens of thousands of more similar footprints laying underneath some of these hills that we're walking around now, which we're going to go for a bit of a walk now through this spinifex country. We just came out of absolutely nowhere in this red stony sort of country in the middle of this jump up. It's very reminiscent of the Pilbara, and here we are in Outback Queensland. The landscape has changed dramatically and quite quickly, so we're going to go for a bit of a walk around now, hopefully get up on the lookout, have a look at the escarpment here, and then get back in the car and try and find somewhere to camp.
All the rocks out here are cool, like imprints of different bits of wood and flora and stuff in them. It's pretty cool. Like, there's just so much to see when you know what you're looking for. And I just can't help but think of all the places we've travelled and walked past stuff that's so incredible that you don't actually know what you're looking at. And the more you know, the more you realise you don't know. So yeah, it's one of the nice things about travel. All right, let's keep exploring. I think we've lost the lads. They've overtaken us dramatically, so better go catch up.
Here they are. What have you found, lads?
The best lookout we've seen all year.
Big call.
Yep. Come up here. We're about to show you something awesome. Mum, can you close your eyes?
Can I close my eyes? Yeah, as long as you hold my hands and make sure I don't trip over. What if I do this?
Step that. Is your eyes shut?
No, I'm going to film
Mum.
Mum.
We've got a double step
Yeah,
here.
yeah, I'm just looking down.
Double
I'll watch
step.
my steps. I'll watch my steps.
Keep coming, keep
Yeah,
coming.
yeah.
No more steps. Keep coming.
Oh,
You're only looking at the ground.
Only looking at the ground. Which direction
Turn
am I
that
looking?
way.
This way.
Yeah, and then look.
Now look.
Yep, look. And then that. And
Yeah.
now turn around the other way.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, I don't know about best of the year, Harrison, but that was a pretty good little view up there. Good little lookout. We might have to get the lad out a bit more. His standards are dropping.
Bit of a mission.
Up the top of the jump up now, a bit of a climb that was. Get up here. Pretty cool view though, out of all the little mesas out there. Very, very impressive landscape. I've got to say, after a couple of days of driving through not much, it's good to see something a bit different in the landscape.
What did you call them? Mesas?
Mesas, yeah. Those little hills.
I have never heard that word in my
Yeah,
life.
I'm pretty sure that's what they're called. The little mesas that are the little like flat topped sort of.
Oh, like the little tabletop ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think they're called mesas. Anyway,
there you
correct
go.
me if I'm wrong. Leave us a comment if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what they're called.
I just
Yeah.
love that this is like, there's this sandstone layer that we're sort of standing on, but then underneath it is another layer that there could be thousands upon thousands of dinosaur footprints and fossils that they think that they're yet to explore because of funding and time and money and energy. So
Yeah,
pretty
but-
wild, hey, like.
It is wild, but then like you were saying before, how many other places in Australia have we been where they just haven't discovered them yet, and they are only 10 metres below the surface, but until some of it breaks through and someone finds it,
I know.
there's all this history just buried beneath us, and we could be walking across it every day.
I know, and I
It's
always
wild.
think about the places we've been where we've no idea what we're looking at because we're not geologists or historians
100%.
or paleontologists.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
There'd be so much here that you just don't know is here.
I
Anyway,
know.
let's get going.
Let's get going. There's a few rain clouds on the horizon. There's some rain out there.
And camp is calling.
Camp is calling. It's in the afternoon. We've overcommitted once again, but it was worth it. All right, this has definitely turned into goat track country.
How you going there, steady legs?
Not great. All right, let's go. You keep an eye on the children. Stop filming. What is this?
You don't have to slow down for the camera.
I'm not slowing down for the camera. I'm just trying not to roll an ankle and die on a hill in the middle of Winton in the Outback Queensland. It's not even Winton, it's 100 k's out of Winton. Is fancy enough for you, Dar?
Not a bad little find, this one, eh? Just get out of nowhere. Yeah, here we are. A beautiful big river. A bit of a gravel run down here. Apparently we knew that. The lady at the info centre told us. I didn't hear that. I didn't realise it was gravel, but anyway. Pretty good road mostly. A few little washouts and floodways, but it's gonna be a nice little spot.
The dust settles and the fight is done. I don't know or care who has won.
It's cracked. Cracked right there, can you see that?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't look at that. But it's cracked on the backside, it's weird. Almost like it's fatigued rather than... I assumed when I first saw it that it was a stone had hit it. But it looks like it's just failed, basically. And I've got straight joiners, but I don't think I have any Y joiners.
But I'm just so tired of you being tired of me.
Okay, so as I said, this is the culprit. This little, camera get it? Yeah, this little doodad. So it's a Y joiner. So that splits the air coming from the air tank, essentially the compressor, and splits it and sends it each side to each solenoid for the airbags. So without that, it gets a bit tricky to pump the bags up. So you're gonna have to get, I don't have a spare of these, but if you're getting a BCS system from Cruise Master, learn from me and maybe get yourself some of these as spares. I'm definitely going to be doing that when we get back to civilization. But yeah, I think I'm going to have to get a bit creative because I've got really no way to fix that. Before I pulled it right out, I was hopeful that I might have been able to glue it up somehow, but just where it's cracked, like the way, and the crack runs the full length. I'm not too confident that any sort of glue or tape or anything is going to fix it. So yeah, I don't know. I think there's a couple of these used in other parts of the air system, so I'm going to give, I think my plan will just be to give Cruise Master a ring in the morning, or might actually ring Titanium Service first, see what they know. Travis in Melbourne there's pretty handy. He's been around the traps. He might have a few tricks up his sleeve. Yeah, failing that, I can talk to Cruise Master. But yeah, essentially we'll try and figure out where I could probably get away with pinching one of these from elsewhere in the system to get us by.
Can I ask some questions?
No.
Because I feel like most
You
people's
can ask-
understanding will probably be at
You
my
can ask
level.
nothing.
Righto, so it's the airline where you pump air in and it lifts and monitors and levels the caravan. So without it, are we riding on the bump stops?
Yeah, because
And then what?
Yeah, because it's full air ride suspension, so there's
Right.
no spring. The airbag is the spring,
Right.
and so without it, you can't really drive it, especially on these roads, because if your airbags got no air in them, then
Yes.
you destroy the van
Okay.
and the suspension and everything.
Yeah.
It's just not. Yeah, you wouldn't do it. So
Okay.
it's either. Yeah, you just got to figure. We just got to get air into the bags, basically.
Okay.
We should be able to do, but it's just figuring out the best and simplest way to do it.
To do it. Okay.
And it's going to be a while before we can get a replacement. So we might not be able to use the bags for leveling for the next couple of days or weeks until we can get a new fitting. So we'll have to go back to the old leveling ramps.
Was it just today we were talking about the leveling ramps and how we don't really use them for leveling, but we use them for other things?
Oh, we use it for leveling, but we normally use them
For the van,
for lifting the car
Yeah.
to raise or lower the hitch when we don't want to unhitch. But
Do you think it's karma though that we were talking about how we have them, but we only use them for the car? We don't really use them what they were for, and then the very same day.
no, I think
We
that's.
ruin out.
I don't believe in that shit. I think it's just coincidence. Anyway, that's enough about airbags. So anyway, I'll find out more tomorrow morning. But for now, it's dinner time. We're knocking up some homemade burgers because
Yes.
Liz picked up some fresh bread, which
I
is pretty
know.
rare for us.
I know, and now I've got a hair in my mouth. Can you get it?
No,
Please.
It looks really good. Which side is it? This side?
The other side.
Oh, I don't know. It looks like one this side.
That one. No, keep going.
Up there.
No, keep going. That one. Yep. Classic.
So yeah, Liz was able to pick up some fresh bread in town in Winton today before we left town.
Heads
The
up.
supermarkets were pretty sparsely stocked.
Yeah, there was
Um,
no milk. I had to wait.
Yeah, I had to go to the second supermarket to get milk, and milk's critical to life for us.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're just gonna knock up some quick burgers for dinner, and then have a, I don't know, nice quiet night. The kids are out there collecting wood. I don't know how much they got. They came back and got the axe, so gosh knows what's going on over there. But anyway, we'll gonna knock these up in the barbie. Liz is just making the patties now. Let's get it on.
Is that you flirting with me?
No, I don't. No need. No need. Been married for long enough now. We don't need to worry about that. All right, burger time.
Help me see, how do I compare a different
Everyone has Can't have a burger with no pickles.
Alright, we love pickles. We're that family that just love pickles.
Can I have Koopy there? Can I do my Koopy? Because of Mama.
I think it's time for me to go, burn all bridges. All I know, I got lost along the way, fell between the foam, pulling